subscription business, especially in the CPG space, the core metrics, the first core metric we should be looking at is like, there are four basically. So number of subscription opt-in, then the churn rate, the reactivation, then I call them together kind of downgrade or upgrade. So starting with like subscription opt-in, for example, which is the core North Star metric, which is basically, okay, how many customers out of, I don't know, 1,000 orders that you get today, what's the percentage of customers that actually are in a subscription or that they opt in for a subscription offer? And something that I think is super important is, okay, to make this percentage always higher, or at least make sure that within your site, you highlight the benefit of a subscription as much as possible. So something that, for example, we at kettle&fire really have, and I think we are really strong at, is that we try to remind you about the subscription option in every stage of the funnel. Simply, for example, if we look at even at the cart slider, or when you add to the cart so starting when you add to the cart a product, we remind you, hey, do you want to switch into a subscription? Could be, you could pressure on the benefit of saving money or other type of benefit that you have when you sign up for a subscription. So we try to remind you, hey, do you want to sign up for a subscription instead? Or if you say no, then in the cart before the checkout, I'm gonna show you like a little checkbox saying, hey, do you want to switch it to a subscription again? Are you sure? So all of those little steps really help to kind of boost this number. And so the number of actually users that opt in for a subscription overall. So that's really core, and that's an important kind of part to implement on your site-wide when you think about implementing and maximizing number of subscription opt-ins. Another one is, I don't know if other brands really work with the specific funnels. For example, landing page made with unbounce, and then you redirect the user to the checkout directly. But if that's the case, something that is important is always include your subscription offer there as well. So some customer might opt in for a one-time purchase, maybe 95%, but still maybe a 5% of those customers will choose instead the subscribe and save offer. So those are kind of really two core, I think, things to keep in mind when you actually implement your subscription on your site and maximize opt-in rate. And then something else actually that we've seen pretty good success, but it's a bit difficult to implement in the backend, is a prepaid offer. I really like the prepaid option, which is something like you prepaid maybe 3 months in advance, but you get your box delivered every month. In this way, because what we notice is that sometimes on the 3rd month threshold is when maybe the majority of customers drop off within a specific cohort. So by or I think it was maybe the 2nd month, but anyway, when you implement like a 3 or a 6 month, whatever it's possible to do for your business, prepaid version, that really something that kind of boosts in that moment AOV, and also you kind of help keep the customer for at least 3 months. So I'm a big fan of this option. The downside is that currently with recharge, it's a bit tricky to kind of, if a customer after the 2nd month is gonna maybe reach out and say, hey, can I have this instead of that one? Okay, in that case, still customer support might need to do some magic in the backend in order to make that happen. But if that wasn't the case, and if you just wanna maybe, MVP that or just test it out, I think it's a great way to kind of, make the user to stick at least for 3 months, especially if maybe you are selling only one flavor or only one product, so that the customer doesn't have, the possibility to switch flavor, which is where the issue comes in. So in that case, yes, sure, why not? I would say let's go and implement the prepaid option.